Oh yeah, take your time. Yeah.
So
I'm
Lucinda will soon be attending National University as an engineering major. At National University, most residents of Western Hall are engineering majors. Therefore, Lucinda will probably live in Western Hall. All right, so our conclusion here is that Lucinda will probably live in Western Hall, and the flaw that I see here is kind of like I want to say like part to whole in a sense, where we're saying like just because like most of the people at Western Hall, are engineering majors, therefore Lucinda, who is an engineering major, will probably live at Western Hall. Like, no, she could live anywhere. Like maybe there's 1 million engineering majors and there's like 100 dorms for engineering majors. And we know that Lucinda is an engineering major. Cool. So L is E. All right, so that we need a similar flaw. So A says a major shopping mall is now being constructed in our city. Most cities with major shopping malls are regional hubs. Therefore, our city will probably become a regional economic hub. So we have a major shopping mall. Most cities with major shopping. I like A a lot. Hopefully it's not the wrong answer, but let's go on. B says cities are the regional economic hubs. Cities that are regional economic hubs generally experience tremendous economic growth at some point. Our city is a regional economic hub that has never experienced tremendous. Oh, I don't like this already. Thus, it will probably experience. No, I don't like A at all or B at all because it's saying like in the future. We don't say like in the future at all. C says cities that are regional economic hubs always have excellent transportation systems. It is widely agreed that our city's transportation system is inadequate. Therefore, our city will probably never become a regional. No, because like we don't know that it'll never become a regional economic center. D says a major shopping mall was built in our city 10 years ago, and our city has experienced tremendous economic growth since then. Therefore, most cities in which major shopping malls are built will experience. Okay, I don't like this one because it says will experience tremendous economic growth shortly afterwards, where ours is talking about like probably something happened. So I don't like D. And then E says most cities that are regional economic hubs contain major shopping malls. A major shopping mall is now being constructed in our city. Therefore, our city will probably become a regional economic hub. Okay, so most cities that are regional economic hubs. So most of the cities that are regional economic hubs contain major shopping malls. A major shopping mall is now being constructed in our city. That doesn't mean that we're going to become a regional economic hub. All right, so now what I have to do, if I was between these two, I'm going to go match up. It sounds silly, but I'm going to match up our parts to see the differences between the two.
Okay.
So a major shopping mall is being constructed in our city. So most cities with major shopping malls are regional economic hubs. Most residents of Western Hall are engineering majors. Most cities that are regional economics contain major shopping malls. And then the last one is just a shopping mall is being constructed. A major mall is now being constructed. And then being an engineering major. So major shopping mall is not being constructed. A major shopping mall is not being constructed. So those are all good. Most residents of Western Hall are engineering majors. Most cities with major shopping malls are regional economic hubs, or most cities that are regional economic hubs contains. So we need engineering. So this is engineering to engineering. Shopping mall to shopping mall.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that is different between these two things is that middle sentence. A major shopping mall, or is that green sentence. Most cities are regional economic hubs contain major shopping malls, or most cities with major shopping malls are regional economic hubs. Or most cities that are Most cities that are regional. Most residents of Western Hall are most residents of Western Hall are engineering majors. Most cities with major shopping malls are regional economic hubs. Or most cities that are regional economic hubs. Okay, I think the answer is E.
Yeah.
That took me way too long to get to.
Oh, it's okay. That's why I wanted to go over because I was stuck between A and E, Nicole, for like the longest time. And I was like, I'm going to waste all my time. So I just like clicked on E because I was like, I don't know. E's my like my
So
lucky.
I
Yeah.
think that if I would have diagrammed this earlier, I think so most cities with major shopping malls are regional. Okay. So how I got to it was I paid attention to what sentence was different. And so we're saying like, okay, most residents of this hall happen to be engineering majors. So I'm thinking about like we have this so just because like this dorm, most of the people that live here are engineering majors, does
Mhm.
that mean that any engineering major is for sure going to live in this dorm?
No.
And then so A is saying most cities with major shopping malls are regional economic hubs. So they're saying like if they
Oh.
actually have the shopping mall, most of these are truly are economic hubs. So that's not, I don't think that's actually that crazy to think that it'll probably eventually come if most of them do have it.
Mhm.
Where E is saying that a shopping mall, most cities, and then this one is saying like most cities that are regional economic hubs. So we have like this economic hub. Most of them actually have a shopping mall. So does that mean that all shopping malls are going to be in these things? And
Mhm.
that's where my parallel was between the two. So
Okay.
E. But oh yeah, and that one, like when the pressure was on to see that difference, I was like, okay, I don't see. I had to like see. My advice there is, do you see how I went through and I figured out what was
Yeah.
different between them, and I narrowed in on it where these look so similar because they literally only have one sentence that is different between the two.
Yeah. It was easy to